Welcome to episode 3 of the Gamesters Guide to Creating YouTube Videos. In this episode we will look at the basic requirements to get you started in making videos. Okay, so let's go through a list of things you will need to get started in making your YouTube videos. Number 1. You will need a computer or a laptop. The reason I don't reference any other devices is because the recording software I'm using is OBS and I'm not sure if the software is compatible with anything other than the two that I've listed there. When I've been to their website and had a look, I can't see that, but maybe in the future it will be so. But anyway, for this series, that's the two I'm committing to, a computer or a laptop. Okay, moving on. Internet access, for obvious reasons. If you have a slow connection, then reflect that in the video length and quality of your resolution for your video. Obviously though, because you're watching this series, you have internet access, so it's looking all good. Continuing on. A microphone. For me personally, I had a rubbish mic before I started making my own videos and decided to buy a decent one that most of the YouTubers use. Well, that's what a lot of their comments were, which is the Snowball Ice mic. It's made by Blue Microphones, and I will put a link to their site in the description for this video. If you have a good mic or you're going to do silent movies, then all is good and you don't need to purchase a mic. You can get a cheap one just as long as you can clearly hear yourself. Obviously that is important. Moving on. Of course, next we have the recording software. OBS for short. Open Broadcaster software. It is free. I looked at many programs to use for my recording videos, and in my opinion, OBS, Open Broadcaster software, was a clear winner. Why, I hear you ask? Well, it's free and it's easy to use. There are some limitations to using this software, but the only one I will mention is the fact that you cannot pause your videos at the moment. If you go to their website, which I will put a link in the description for this video as well, you will see that they are currently working on adding this feature. So all is well with regards to that. I mean, there are lots of recording programs out there, some you can spend a lot of money on. But if you're just starting out like me, you don't want to commit hundreds of pounds to something if you don't know if you're going to be happy at doing it. So why not start with something like OBS? Now I've been recording my Worm series, so you can clearly see that it is up to the job. Forget the mistakes and the chopped off bits of the screen. That's all down to the incompetence of the Gamester. But again, that's why you're watching this series. Okay, moving on. A clock or timer of some sort. You will need a timer or you risk talking until the end of time. I did forget to set the timer in some of my Worm videos, and I was so lucky because, as you may know if you've watched any of them, I like to talk. I even got called a nickname by a viewer. He called me Treebeard, and it was for a very good reason. I remember doing one episode, looking at the timer, thinking, oh my goodness, I hadn't set the timer. How long have I been talking for? I have no idea. Has it been 1 hour, 2 hours? I may have to delete this and start all over. Fortunately, I'd only went 3 minutes over, so I was very lucky. So there you go. You'll definitely need a timer. Okay, moving on. Plenty of patience. No matter how hard you try, we will always make mistakes, because, my friends, to err is to be human. Unless, of course, you picked up this signal from planet Mars. All we do is cut down on the mistakes we make or correct ourselves. All we can do, that is cut down on the mistakes we make and correct ourselves at the next opportunity. The main thing is that we try. Being creative is a wonderful thing, so be aware. Making videos will require plenty of patience, especially if you have a slow internet connection. So there we are, that's that one. Moving on. Tempus fugit. Along with patience, next comes time. If you have watched my worm series, you will often hear me say how precious your time is. It takes time to plan, record, upload and edit your creations. And let us not forget the time it takes to reply to comments made by your viewers. You can disable comments by your viewers, but it is best to leave it defaulted on allowing comments for reasons I will later discuss in this series. Also bear in mind the time it will take for you to watch your own series before you obviously make them public. You want to make sure that you hadn't made any mistakes, or you may want to check that you didn't show in the background any information that was personal. Always be wary and very careful of that. If you are capturing your screen or monitor, be very, very careful about what information you show in the background. Number one, certainly don't show any pictures of any relatives, especially not children. Never ever show your children in your videos, because if you are publishing your videos to the world, all people will be watching them videos or have the potential to watch them videos. Number one, someone that you're showing a picture of may not wish to be broadcast on YouTube. Number two, it's your duty to protect your children, and you can best do that by not showing them. So there we are. I mean, there may be reasons though. You might be making a family series, and talking is fine. Just like I say, protect your little ones. Always have their safety paramount. Okay, well that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.